Married at First Sight this season is just a mess. We have Prince, who is super rude to his wife, Setu. On the other hand, we have Matiso and Leba, who are busy spoiling a show for us. I don't know if you all can see well, but this is a video of Matiso and Leba. They are at the groove. As you can see, Miguel is still wearing her ring. Now, this video does look like it was shot recently, way after they were done with the production filming. So I guess this could mean these two are still together. Listen, I did saw that there is a potential with Leba when he came with those flowers and a designer bag to apologize. I'm like, okay, there is some potential here. There's some potential. I mean, who wouldn't want her man to apologize like that? Anyway, I do feel like this was a huge spoiler because I'm gonna watch the show and whatever drama they're gonna give us, I'm gonna be like, it's pointless. Either way, they are still together. On the other hand, we have Unompumelelo. Honestly, I do feel like Unompumelelo is still young, still need a lot of growing. So the problems that she and Hlulani are encountering is probably problems where young couples, young married couples encounter. I don't want to say much about Unompumelelo and Hlulani. However, I do want to talk about the shock that has been on Twitter, whereby we saw Prince's ex-wife crashing out on Twitter, telling us how bad and horrible Prince was as a husband towards her. What? Let me pull up those tweets. So Prince's ex-wife, who goes by the handle of Mamncane on Twitter, said, "The guy walked out on me 2 days before our wedding and left me in a hotel room with his daughter because he had a date." What do you mean he had a date? He's getting married in 2 days. He have a date? What do you mean? And then someone said, "Did you guys ever work things out before finally walking away? Vele kisfebe ne?" She replied Mamncane and said, "We tried, but it was a lot, hey? Tried again late last year, but I realized ukuthi usafeba. We spoke again now in April, whilst they were still shooting. He told me that he is not serious about the show and wants us to work things out. Ngati nix, I'm happy I still have the receipts." Where are those receipts, baby girl? Drop them. Drop the receipts. We want to know everything about this man. Well, I do want to know everything about this man because I just cannot believe how he has been treating Usetu, honestly speaking. Let me pull more tweets. When I tell you this woman was crashing out on Twitter, this woman was crashing out on Twitter. She further on said his friends hosted a bachelor party for him, and when all the ladies' updates had to say their men are back home, his phone was off. He came back home at 5 a.m. and nukapu a condom. He got very upset when I tried to touch him. I even thought I was imagining things. But the flames I saw after. She further on said, "I am so happy that the whole nation sees how toxic this man really is. This is exactly how he treated me. The swearing, the walking out, and his family did absolutely nothing when I told them." Yeah, guys, this woman was definitely crashing out on Twitter. I'm sure there are probably many, many more tweets that I couldn't find or I wouldn't have all the time to read them. But I guess she kind of gave us the idea what kind of a person a Prince is, because honestly, when he called Setu a bitch on a national TV, carrying all his bag, I was like, yazini. Prince kahle kahle udinga unompumelelo asomtshela ukuthi uBeyonce, because Prince is a Beyonce at this point. Prince Beyonce at this point. Tell me why a tiny small argument always results to him packing his bags and walking away. And the swearing, guys, like, that's one thing that's just got into me. I mean, Esethu does not deserve this, Yeah, like, I mean, no women deserve to be treated or even sweared at. Like, why did he even said that? Like, why did he call his wife a bitch? On national TV, bro, on national TV. So apparently their arguments are petty because according to Esethu, she says that Prince love complimenting women, even though it makes her feel a bit uncomfortable, but she just kind of handles it, and take it as it is. That Prince enjoys complimenting women in front of her, saying, oh, look at this woman, she have a great body, I think we should go and work out more together. This is insinuating that Esethu does not have a good body. Esethu is a fabulous woman. She's beautiful. I am, for one, jealous of her looks. She looks very good. You know what I mean? But to have someone who always belittle you and just call you out and never compliment you, I believe that each and every woman out there wants to be complimented by their partner. You want your partner to remind you that you're beautiful every now and then, but not Prince, okay? So now, Esethu was like, no, it's okay. I'm not going to have a conversation with this man. Let me rather show him what he is doing, what he's doing makes me feel. So Esethu is like, I'm going to retaliate. And she retaliates, And she's like, so Esethu says that she complimented a man on TV and says, this is her ideal husband. This is how an ideal husband should look like to her, So, Gesana, they are saying that Prince have an ego of a chicken. Gesana, his ego was bruised and definitely did not take the comment very well from Esethu. Prior that, they also had an argument. These two are just arguing a lot, whereby Esethu talked to someone and told that person that, listen, I'm married now, you need to stop contacting me. And apparently, again, Prince, who have a chicken ego, his ego was bruised and could not handle seeing Esethu talking to someone else. I believe that Prince just wants to put women down, make a woman doubt herself. And that's all that he's all about, honestly speaking. He's all about just putting a woman down and making sure that this woman gets to doubt herself, her wealthy, and her everything. So, guys, like, you know what? With the wife, obviously, because now the ex-wife is in the picture, I believe that the producers will try to reach out. I don't know. I do not know if the producers will try to reach out to the ex-wife so that we can hear the ex-wife side of the story. But honestly, casting director and everybody else who is involved in doing this Married at First Sight need to do a better job in whom they are casting, because it does seem like most of the time they are casting people who are not ready for marriage. And we keep asking ourselves, why do you all cast these people? Because clearly they do not give an impression of being ready to settle down, being ready for marriage. The other couple that I want to touch on is Oberyn and Lorinda. Those two are just too cute, man. I hope they work out. Really, I do. It's unfortunate that Oberyn does have a bit of health issue with his leg. But other than that, I mean, even their fight, they look a bit petty. It does appear that Lorinda has not yet found time to cook for the family, for both of them. And as much as Uhlulani, on the other hand, he is making it a big deal with Unopumelelo, Oberyn is not making it a big deal, He understands that women are busy, women work, women get tired. a woman's job is not just to cook. I mean, what do you mean? There is a way lot more into a woman than just cooking. So I'm like,
hello, hi, I'm back with another Married at First Sight review. Nompumelelo, my babe. Nompumelelo, my babe. Now, I was honestly rooting for Nompumelelo and Hlulani, and I'm not too sure anymore. Nompumelelo does come across a bit rude, but I feel like it is a defense mechanism. She has been by herself for so long that she feels like she have to defend herself all the time. However, I do sometimes feel when Nompumelelo comes from, because Hlulani does come across a bit childish, For instance, when he was asked about the intimacy issue, really, he didn't have to over-explain himself. He had to just say, me and my wife are not yet ready for that, and leave it like that. But nope, he went and told everyone else that Nompumelelo was on her period, which was like, Hlulani, bro, what do you mean? This is a woman, and I am so sure, 100% sure that no woman wants their business to be aired out like that. And then we had the cooking issue. We had the cooking issue between these two. Oh, Sana, let me tell you, marriage is communication. And yes, being married, by you guys being married, you already have expectations from one another, so maybe it will be wrong to say don't expect something from another person, because by you being married and staying together, there's already an expectation. However, people need to communicate. What kind of a marriage do they want to be in? Do they want a traditional marriage whereby a woman take all the domestic chores and the man provides? Or do we want a 50-50 marriage? Or couples nowadays, they talk, and I feel like it's very much unfair for Hlulani to expect Nompumelelo to be a domestic woman, Yet they have not even had that discussion. Are you a domestic woman? Are you going to cook every day? And I'm going to buy food, this and that and the other thing. Honestly speaking, I do feel like Hlulani was being a bit unfair. Like, there is nothing cute than a man who cooks, honestly. Like, it's cuter. Not just cooking, a man who just take care of this household chores, you gotta just get up, take care of the household chores, clean, cook, do this, do that, So for him to just expect Nompumelelo to cook for him, or else he's gonna go and get food elsewhere, and he goes like, I am so tired of buying takeaways. I'm just like, Hlulani, my babe, I don't know whether it's because you are young or it's because of how you were raised. Because, sometimes with marriage, one thing that I've noticed as you have to just completely let go of how you were raised, both of you, and together you understand your personality, because how you were raised, it can slightly not be your personality or your partner's personality. So if maybe Hlulani was raised in a domestic household whereby maybe he grew up watching his mom cooking for his dad every day, that does not mean that it's an expectation that he should expect from his partner. I do feel like the cooking thing was completely unfair, and I don't even feel like they had a discussion of what kind of a marriage do we want. Do we want this kind of a marriage where we go 50-50 on bills, 50-50 on everything, or do we just want a domestic marriage, or a traditional marriage rather, whereby a woman takes care of all the domestic chores and a man provides financially? I do feel like completely Hlulani was wrong. And Nompumelelo, baby girl, you have been failing to show affectionate feelings, especially when Hlulani opened up about his mom having a lung disease. And Nompumelelo was like, oh, like she was so cold. She was so cold, and she was like, I don't know what to do to comfort him. Should I give him a high five? I'm like, girl, you could hug this man. Like, honestly, he is crying. He's opening up about his mom being sick. and you are just deciding to be cold towards him. This is so unnecessary. And also Uhlulani did try some cute gesture whereby he bought flowers and painkillers, this, that, and the other thing for Unompumelelo. After Unompumelelo revealed that she is on her period, I'm like, okay, this is cute. I don't know, guys. When it comes to Unompumelelo and Hlulani, because they are young, I do see them working out with a bit of a guidance, if they are being guided there and there. And also Unompumelelo, let go of your gut feeling, baby girl. Like, you don't have to guard yourself this much, I do understand that probably you have been going through life feeling like you just have to defend yourself, but I feel like now just let go just a little bit, okay? I do feel like that marriage have just a tiny chance of working out even now. But I don't know. Hey, we shall see. And then we have Leba and Matiso. Oh, Sana, did I not say that the matchmakers did Matiso dirty when they matched her with this man? Did I not say it? In fact, the casting director was so wrong for casting Leba. Leba ain't ready for marriage, and I fear that men like him just will never be ready. He will probably be ready at 60, and it's a good thing that a man can get married at any age, honestly. Because this guy, he is in his 30s and he is still very much a groovist. Guess what he did? So apparently, he got into a bit of an argument with Matiso. And then this man disappeared, vanished, kesana, gone ganje, went and spent the whole night in a club without even calling. And Matiso had to call him, and you could tell that he is at the groove. He comes back. It seems like they were having a get-together day that was organized by the producers of the show. The couples were asked that they will be meeting up with their friends, right? So he never comes back in the morning. He does not come back in the morning, and he does not even call. Well, according to him, he does say that he broke his phone. He broke his phone. Why did he break his phone? Like, this man is so old, he's 30-something. How did his phone even broke at the groove? Sana, what was he doing? And then I think him and Matiso were seeing each other for the first time whilst they were with their friends. And really, he does admit that he doesn't have an explanation, only that he needed some fresh air. He went to a club that closes at 7. Sana. And then I'm like, okay, the club closed at 7 a.m. Where did you then go from 7 a.m.? Because you did not drive home. Like, please, these people should just divorce right now, because there is no way that Leba is ready for marriage. Like, there is no way he will like, And then one of his friends is like, yeah, you married the king of the lifestyle. I'm like, what do you even mean he's the king of the lifestyle? Like, he is, like, what is he doing in this show? Like, it's one thing him being a king of the lifestyle, which honestly I don't care. But what is he doing in the show whereby it's married at first sight? People who are ready for marriage comes to this show, not kings of lifestyles. Like, he is definitely in the wrong show. Why was he casted in the first place? Like, these people are so messy. Like, the casting director or the casting team, they were so wrong. And yet they had to match him up with Matiso. Anyway, I do see that this week he will buy such a huge, big bouquet for Matiso, and Matiso's house was gonna smelt. I'm like, oh, babe, thank you so much. Which honestly, I don't blame Matiso, But yeah, I do believe that probably they did sign a contract that says they must stay married until the end of the season, because there is no way that Leba and Matiso would stay married for the end of the season because they want to. Like, I highly doubt. Yeah. And then we move to Prince. Oh, Sana, Prince. We've already talked about you and we're talking about you again. Did we not see Prince packing his bags and leaving? Oh, Sada, these men ain't ready for marriage, They are not ready for marriage. So, Prince and Esetu have already had their first argument whereby Prince went through Esetu's phone and he did not like what he saw there, which was definitely Esetu's past, right? So Esetu now says they got into an argument. Then Prince ended up calling a girl and be like, hey, we need to hook up, we need to meet up, this, that. And we're just having a very flirtatious conversation right in front of her. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. When Prince was confronted about his behavior by Nompumelelo's friends and his friends, he felt like he's being attacked and he laughs. Can you believe this, man? Because he hates confrontationals, obviously. He's like, okay, why are you all confronting me? I feel attacked. I feel this, I feel that. And I'm just gonna leave. And that's exactly what he did. Like, he left, okay? And I'm just like, Sana, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. And did we not see him packing his bags again? This is his second time packing his bags, leaving. So I don't know if Prince is coming back. Hey, seems like Prince has checked out. I don't even think Prince wanted to be married, honestly. In fact, I don't know. I do feel like Obrin did wanted to get married. I do feel like Khulani did. When it comes to Lisiba and Prince, I don't know. Like, I don't know why did they come to the show. That's the thing. And they are old. If maybe they were 25, we're going to say, oh, they're still young. They still need guidance. No, they don't need any guidance. They are in their 30s, going to 40. What guidance do they need? Married at First Sight, this show never seems to surprise me. Listen, they did not even wait until the honeymoon phase is over before they give us a drama. Drama started right in the honeymoon phase. So, Prince is whom I'm going to start talking about. Prince, why did you go through Esetu's phone? Like, you just known her for like 2 days and you're already going through her phone. Like, legit, she had a life before you. Like, this goes without saying. Esetu had a life before Prince. So is Prince. Prince had a life before Esetu as well. So what happened was Prince went through Esetu's phone. And you know what he found? He found exactly what he was looking for. He found uncomfortable texts where Esetu was texting her ex. I'm not sure whether it's her ex or it's her guy friend or whoever it was. According to Esetu, she was cutting off ties, She was letting the guy know that, listen, I'm married now, of which, honestly, Vele, you do have to cut off ties, especially if you're about to get married. You have to tell your exes or your situationship, whoever you call them, that, listen, you don't have to text me anymore or call me anymore. I have a man now. I'm getting married, right? But for some reason, that did not sit well with Prince. Prince is like, why are you still texting guys? You are my wife, but why are you still texting guys? Esetu is like, did you even check the dates? Did you even check the dates? How old are these text messages? And I'm just like, why Esetu must sit down and explain to this man? Why is this man should be the one who's being questioned for going through Esetu's phone. And I know he's going to be like, you are my wife. We don't have to have secrets amongst each other. But like, as much as they are married, yes, but the relationship is just, they are just starting a relationship. Maybe they are not yet in that stage where they are comfortable to share one another's phones, But not this man acting like a whole child. He's like, this is my reaction. I don't like you texting people. Like, you know what? I feel like it's over between us. And Essetu also, she's trying to say, listen, I am very much triggered by your reaction to all this. So this means every time when we have issues, this is how you resolve issues, And he's like, no, it is what it is. The feeling is mutual, this, that, and the other thing. Like when I tell you that Prince was acting like a man-child, He legit took his bags and left. And I was like, what? Why are we having drama this early in the season? Like, it's still very early, but we are having drama. So, yeah, that was Essetu and Prince. It's moved on to Lorenda and her man. What is Lorenda's man's name? Aubrey. I'm not sure. I think it's Aubrey. So I think Lorenda have, I don't know. I honestly feel like both of them, they are alphas in this relationship. They both like to lead. Yes, Lorenda, what she was complaining about is kind of valid. She says that they are in a honeymoon. They're supposed to be enjoying each other's company, each other's presence, phones aside. But Aubrey, for some reason, he has been spending a lot of his time in a phone, Aubrey is like, listen, I am an entrepreneur. I have to check up on my clients, this, that, and the other thing, which I understand. When you're an entrepreneur, you can't really say, oh, I'm on vacation, I'm not working, because this will mean you will lose money. But Lorenda is like, listen, I have expressed this to you. I have expressed that I do not like you being on your phone when you are supposed to be spending time with me. And I do understand where she's coming from. They are on a honeymoon, especially because they are newlyweds and they are strangers. On top of that, they are supposed to be getting to know each other. This is the opportunity where they are supposed to be getting to know each other, what kind of a person you are, this, what to expect, how are we going to live together moving forward, this, that, and the other thing. And if Aubrey really is using that time to be on his phone, I think that's a bit quite unfair. And I don't know, it will irritate me too. Let me just be honest, I would be irritated also. So I don't know if Lorenda is the problem, and I don't know if this couple will have problems in future. But for now, I don't know. I don't see them. I don't know. Hey, let me just say, let me watch and see if these two will have problems in future. But I saw many people on Twitter saying that Aubrey should have been paired with Essetu. And I'm like, no. Aubrey asked for a yellow bone. He asked for a yellow bone. He said he's into yellow bones. That's his type of a woman, okay? So why would he be paired with someone that he doesn't like, he's not attracted to, okay? He's attracted to yellow bones. Now, I want to talk about Leba and Matiso. Oh, Sana, the chemistry between those two. Like, on the first episode, when I saw that Leba is a groovist, I read them off immediately. I was like, okay, there is no way this relationship is going to work. I'm writing it off. But Sana, the way I have seen them communicate with each other, they get along. And it seems like both of them like Bev, okay? They're like, okay, we like our Bev, we are on honeymoon. Why not we have a glass, of a drink? I'm like, okay, you guys are compatible. You guys are very much compatible because it seems like you are into the same thing. Like, I'm not sure if Matiso is as a groovist as Leba is, but they like alcohol. They like a good drink. They are into drinking. And they were having really good conversations so far. Conversations like, okay, we're going to move in together. How does that is going to look like for us? House chores. House chores are very, very important in a relationship. We have to know who's going to handle house chores. And as much as finances are important, we have to discuss finances in the relationship, what's going to happen with our finances. But we also have to discuss house chores, Leba is like, oh, no. Nike mona wa mopedi, I don't believe in doing house chores. I believe in doing manly chores. I am a traditional man. I believe in traditional roles. However, he says that he is willing to pay for a helper, just so that he can make life easier on his women. He will make sure that he gets a helper, someone who will come around, help them in the house, so that life will be easy. No one will be feeling strained. And I'm like, okay, I like a man like that. And I don't know, man. I feel like their conversation was just good. This was productive. They were just really having good, productive conversations that include the future. How are we gonna be living in future? And I'm like, okay, maybe I judged this couple too early. Maybe I judge this couple too early. I need to apologize and say, okay, I'm sorry, guys, I judged you too early. But of course, we're still gonna see as the show unfold. But for now, Meanwhile, we have the Tsonga guy, Hlulani and Nompumelelo. I am rooting for this too. So far, their relationship really seems smooth, no drama. Everything is just beautiful between these two. I am definitely rooting for them. And there's really nothing much to talk about, They are just a smooth couple. So far, everything is just going the way that it should. And I am rooting for them as well. I am honestly rooting for Hlulani and Nompumelelo. But anyway, guys, what do you think about Married at First Sight this season? Are we gonna have a successful couple? I already see Prince and Esetu giving us problems. Like, I'm uncircled with those two. I'm already seeing them giving us problems. But I don't know. We will have to see as the show progresses who will be our biggest problem. But definitely I am also rooting for Matiso and Siba. They look cute, man. If they look cute, they look cute. If they understand each other, they understand each other. Whomst are we to judge? You know what I mean? They are cute. They should go with the flow. Married at First Sight is back by popular demand. It is one of the most loved show in South Africa. And yep, it's at its first episode last week. So we get to meet our first ever couple, which was Matiso and Lesiba. I must say that the matchmakers did Matiso dirty when they matched her with Lesiba. Lesiba did explain that he is for the streets, okay? When he said that he spends 200,000 in one night on alcohol, I was like, Sana, this man is for the streets. But he did say that he want to change his spending habits, and all along he had not had a reason to change. But he have 2 children. I mean, if you cannot change your spending habits for your children, who else are you going to change for? Because you do need to invest in your children's future, their education and so forth. But anyways, Lesiba did say that he is looking for a light-skinned woman, yellow bone. He ain't compromising on looks. And I think Matiso did explain kind of the same thing, that looks are very much important. So I guess this is one of the reasons why the matchmakers match them together. But according to me, they already did Matiso dirty. What do you mean? Why would you match this woman with a groovist? Okay, he is for the streets. I am so sorry. I would be surprised if this marriage works out, but I honestly do not see it's working out. Matiso did say that she have an elder daughter who is probably like 18. And for me, honestly, when I look at Siba, he strikes me as someone who goes for younger women. He strikes me as someone who is most likely to go for Matiso's daughter than Matiso. Matiso is not that old also. She's like 30-something. She works out. She have a banging body and all that. But Lisiba just does not strike me as a man who want to get married. But then again, you will ask yourself, why did he write into this show if he doesn't want to get married? Maybe he does. Maybe it's just one of those do not judge a book by its cover. Honestly, I must say, if this couple work out, I will be surprised, okay? Also, he did say that he has 2 children, 10 and 2 years. And I don't know, to me it's kind of a bit of a red flag that he have a 2-year-old, because I'm like, when did you break up with your previous baby mama if your child is 2 years and you are ready to get married? Like, I don't know. It's a bit of a red flag to me. But anyway, when they first met at the altar, they were both impressed by each other's looks, which they did state that it is the most important thing for them. They were impressed by each other's looks, and Lisiba did state that he wants more kids. He would love to have more kids, going forward. But yeah, guys, I guess we'll have to see going forward if this marriage does work out or not. I hope, for Matiso, because Matiso does look like a very nice, beautiful woman, independent woman. She got her own things going. I hope for her sake it works out, and I hope really Lisiba rose into the show, because he is honestly ready to settle down. But right now, I don't know. I just have to wait and see. Now, we got to meet our second couple, which was Nompumelelo and what was the guy's name? His Zonga, Hlaula, Hlulani, something along those words. Completely forgot his name. He is such, according to me already, I'm just like, okay, I see this couple working out. He's such a good man. He is a God-fearing man. When a man carries a Bible and prays, that's a good man. That is a good man. So I like the fact that they are both still in their 20s. They are both ready to get married. And really, Hlaulani, for me, he strikes me as a good man, and I must say that the matchmakers did wonders when they matched those two together. Like, I was so happy. I was like, yep, match Nompumelelo with that man, because that man looks like a good man. And when he first saw his bride, he cried. Oh, Sana, what's more cuter than that? When he first saw his bride at the altar, tears just rolled down his face. You could tell that he is so excited. And I would assume that also Hlulani's family would accept Nompumelelo nicely, because I saw the mother-in-law complimenting her looks. The mother-in-law is like, okay, she looks good. I'm like, okay, if your mother-in-law compliments you, then this means she likes you, So honestly, so far, I am rooting for Nompumelelo and Hlulani, whatever his name is. And I honestly do see them working out, Nompumelelo did share that she lost both her parents when she was young, and ever since she was raised by family relatives. And it seems like Hlulani is from a very structured family, and by structured family I mean like he have both his parents in his life, both his parents are married. It seems like he come from a good family where they praise the Lord. They praise the Lord and they go to church almost every day. Honestly, I'll be lying if I say I fall to this couple. I am definitely rooting for them. If there is one couple who will make it in the end of the show, it definitely has to be Nompumelelo and Hlaulani. It definitely has to be those two. But yeah, guys, please do comments down below. Tell me what were your thoughts on the first episode of Married at First Sight, because we all know what this shows has done previously. It has bring drama, brought people who are definitely not ready for marriage, and you ask yourself, Why did you even write to the show if you don't want to be married in the first place, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I must say, other than Matiliso and Lisiba, so far I don't see any drama. But hey, you could be surprised with this show. Anything is possible. Please do comment down below and share your thoughts. Hi guys, and let's unpack Married at First Sight Mzansi. Firstly, I do not know who's